Greetings, YouTube. It's been a while since I've actually decided to put something together that isn't a live stream, which I guess you could say isn't necessarily bad, but given what I've originally wanted for this channel and all of this immense amount of task paralysis procrastination, which, task procrastination is something new that I learned what it is, and within itself has procrastination in it. So really adding procrastination after it doesn't really add more to it. It's just like saying the same thing over and over again. But I don't know. As the title already says it clear as day, I definitely have. Well, at least in my perspective and point of view, and in a way of if I was a person that views my videos, which I definitely do, it's like, oh wow, there's a meme drought. Wow, there isn't a constant upload, or I won't even say constant upload, like a constant broadcast, I guess you could say, since that's my whole shtick when it comes down to wanting to make videos, to broadcast my feelings on stuff of the games that I play or anything to that extent. But I don't know, I feel like I'm like in that rut where obviously I know what it is I want to do. I definitely know what it is that I want to cover, but it's just once I get into the mix, it's like something just pulls me out of it, pulls me from the reality that I could be making, but for some reason I just stay stagnant. And even now, like, I'll come and look at old videos and I'll be like, wow, I put a lot of effort into those. And not in a sense of, oh man, I put so much effort into it that I should, but no, it's just a matter of, wow, I managed to make something that I actually wanted to do, which, I mean, how often can people say, hey, there's something that I wanted to do, I was able to do it, and it came out okay. That's how I feel about my videos. Granted, not every video. There are definitely videos that I feel like could be way better, could be tweaked better, could have had more, I guess, edits that I wanted to do, that I clearly wanted to do, that I definitely know that I wanted to do, especially when it comes down to context, but I just didn't. And frankly, I feel kind of bad about that. And I also feel kind of bad because I'm mostly been streaming, to be honest. I mean, streaming is very bare bones, especially when it comes down to video games and adding your own sort of commentary or commentated playthrough of it, whether it be a blind playthrough or a game that you've already played before multiple times, which I definitely have done when it comes down to Mario 64, but, different. I'm not sure. I'm not saying that, oh yeah, I'm just deleting the channel or anything of that type of extreme nature. And of course not. I at least want to get a video up so as to not just leave whoever is expecting a video of me, whoever you may be, like, Jesus, wow, that's crazy. But I don't really have that type of expectation. It's only like, well, used to be 365 people here, but now it's like 362. I mean, granted, I don't look too much into the numbers of the things, but regardless, it's either going to be new people coming in, old people leaving, or new people coming in and instantly leaving, or it's anything to that extent. But I at least want to inform and give like some sort of update, because I had seen a video a while ago, I don't remember what it was, about YouTube dead channels, and I remember somebody mentioning that YouTube video about how like they kind of like wish their audience, they kind of wish that they would address their audience that, hey, they're not doing this anymore, or they just would upload at very weird times, but then like the views would be low or something. I don't remember the context to it all, but it was something along the lines of people that make really good stuff, or people that make something that people want to see, not necessarily should address the fact that they stop, but like it kind of feels weird when all of a sudden you have a whole bunch of videos and then you just stop, and then there's no sort of community posts is different. Nobody really looks too much for those, except for like the very hard dedicated or the very minute curious people, but videos are definitely the biggest way of people's grabbing attention, especially when it comes out of, oh, like, comment, share, subscribe, make sure the bell's rung and all that good stuff. But yeah, I have definitely fallen off, and I felt that way for a while. And not falling off in a way of, oh, I've changed or my views are this and that, whatever, because I don't really care as long as people see it. And then I'm always been fine about that. But more on the lines of, I have not been able to create and feel good about it. And whenever I try to write upon something or type upon something, have an idea about something, there's always that leash that keeps me back and being like, you know what, nah, let me not do this because I want to do that. Granted, you know, making videos isn't really a necessity. It is always like a hobby, but at the same time, I guess this kind of ties into early life of the fact of wanting to do stuff, but like you always got told, no, you need to do this and that, whatever. And I'm not saying that, oh, me currently is like, oh, I'm rebelling against all the people that said no, but it's more along the lines of when you get told no a lot, when it comes down to things you want to do that you are passionate about, and then people can just, well, people that should be the people that would care about what you have an interest in, and they just, they I don't know if putting a demeanor on you is the right word, but I don't want to say they put you down, but they just basically just reject whatever thing that you want to do just so they can tell you that you need to do what they feel is right. Because I don't know, maybe it's because of the fact that they didn't get to do what they wanted to do when they were the age of me or something to that extent. Or maybe it's like being a millennial and all that stuff, gaming in the early 2000s as a kid, where it's like, oh, read a book, like read. That was always the number one thing, read a book, instead of like, hey, I'm playing a video game. There's a lot of text on the screen. It's a Nintendo 64 game. I have to fucking read the dialogue. Like, that was like the biggest accomplishment, being like elementary school kid and finding out how to actually spell words and stuff. I'm like, oh wow, I know how to say this word. Like, even playing Rayman 2 and looking at the word load, I thought it was well, I didn't read it. I looked at the word, spelled it out, and I was like, oh, this is how you spell loud. No. But dear old mom let me know that it was the word load. Stuff like that. And now it's ironic because you have so many people who do YouTube now because they cover games and they really enjoy it. Like, you got people like the completionist who completes games and talks about it, and stuff like that is just really, really amazing to me. I don't know. I guess you could say the gameplay in the background kind of speaks for itself. I'm just a one-man person up against the world, and I am rampaging and self-destructing at multiple times, and sometimes maybe not. Maybe it's just me making a dumb decision, trying to get a different type of perspective, and losing because of it. Because you can always see in front of you, but you can't see what's behind you. You never know what sort of things could stab you in the back so suddenly. But yeah, I fell off, and I want to make more videos, but something feels like it's like a leash holding me back because I'm just tied to a stump. But I at least want to give people this sort of update, not like a channel update, but like a me update, because life kind of sucks, but we're all living in it. We gotta make do. Hopefully nobody else feels this kind of way, but I do know one thing. After this video is up, after I edit it, I'm gonna try to have some good old edits, hopefully, maybe, I don't know. Maybe I just didn't do shit. I probably just had the gameplay or whatever. That was it. But it's a small start. to what I could eventually do. A small start is definitely the best start, because at least you started. Starting something is way better than doing nothing. Otherwise, you may as well just roll over in bed, continue to sleep until you either starve yourself and die. But I woke up today, conducted personal hygiene, and turned on my computer, recorded this video, or at least this audio file, and then put it onto some game clips of me being a madman, maybe a few edits for contextual purposes, because we all need that. And yeah, next stream is definitely going to be Tears of the Kingdom, and it's going to be called Task Paralysis Procrastination Stream or something to that extent. I'm going to play as long as I can. I'm going to get all the footage I need. Granted, I already have physical footage. I have a whole hard drive with like a whole terabit of just recorded gameplay. But besides getting that all sorted out, which I do remember the last thing I was doing was sorting the files for all that out, trying to get them all into place. But I feel like the ideal method could be just streaming the game like I've done before. I've done it with Super Mario 64 Ocarina of Time, Super Mario 64 Through the Ages, and those two videos I really felt were good. Granted, I definitely wanted, like looking back at Through the Ages, I wanted to put more into it instead of just be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna talk about the notable highlights, and it's like, no, I should have just went a full out, you know. But I did hit all the major beats and shared different footage of different things, because frankly that's all you really need to do when it comes down to YouTube videos. As long as you have something going on visually and auditorily, like, you're good. And yeah, I can definitely say those are a few pride and joys of the channel. And I guess I could also talk about the fact that I do feel as though I guess impression wise, which is like, you know, YouTube sending videos out, which I'm not gonna go into the whole busybody of, oh man, YouTube Black Shadow Man me or blah 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 blah, whatever, or they're not showing my videos. I don't care. There's like billions and billions of videos on this website, and so when YouTubers usually be like, oh, like they just don't share my stuff on the homepage or this and that, whatever, they're not recommend. Or when people be like, oh, I didn't get a notification, that's because I didn't get a notification from your channel. But motherfucker, you're subscribed to like 5,000 people. I would know, because that's the same situation with me, which I just decided, you know what, screw it. If I end up looking up on the subscription page, yeah, I'll see it. Trust me, all the YouTubers that say, oh, make sure that you actually subscribe, make sure that you know, because YouTube just doesn't. No, it's not that YouTube doesn't fucking recommend motherfuckers. It's just that motherfuckers think that, oh, people only watch them, which is like obviously wrong as shit. There's too many people to subscribe to and ring the bell to for all your notifications to show all at once. Otherwise, your phone would probably have an overload of 100 notifications. Not even a day, but like within the hour. And I would know, because one of my phones used to do that, and it would fucking crack until I got a new phone, and then they limited how much notifications you get by like 8 at max. And I'm being very generous about that, and I feel like it's been going even lower. So, but don't be on that whole YouTuber bullshit of, oh, they're not letting my viewers know that. Like, motherfucker, your viewers are watching, like, I don't know, Coco Melon or some shit. You know, baby shark memes, the happy cat memes. But yeah, as far as that goes, I do feel like, I guess one highlight of my channel, which is like the most popular video, did kind of like hurt me in a way. I'm not saying I'm gonna delete the video, of course not. That's like, why would I do that? That's dumb. Even if it was to like refocus the channel of some sorts, I'm never deleting that one. That's like, wow, that's an accomplishment. But the whole Sora comparison of Super Smash Flash 2 and Smash Bros Ultimate, I do feel as though that kind of hurt the channel in a way. I don't know per se how much, but not that I'm saying that, oh, I regret making the video, because obviously I don't, but I don't know. I'm just saying, you have 100,000 plus, 107,000 plus people, but now I only have like max number of people that subscribe was like around that time was like 100 or something. So now I'm at like 362 currently. I don't know if that number changed, but yeah, that's crazy, right? 100,000 people watched. But only like 90 people stayed, you know? I'm not even saying that in a way of feeling regret or anything. It's like, I just find it funny. But at the same time, it's very human, because why would you just subscribe to a channel just because you saw a comparison video? Even if a person said, like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. It's like, why? It just makes no sense. Yeah. I do kind of wish I did more on that One Piece video. That game definitely deserves way more than what I just shittily throw out there. I do know the video before that was the Sonic Frontiers video, which is crazy because that was like my longest video reviewing a game that I really felt really good about playing. That was probably like the last time I felt really good making a video. And then even after that, it was, yeah, actually no, it was the One Piece. And then I had the Star Revenge to the Moon, My Boo rendition, which was a Valley of the Mizu Caves theme, which was really great. But yeah, and then there was the Sonic Frontiers video, which, you know, given the fact that I basically did like an hour and 40 minutes, and something I really put a lot of heart and mind into, you know, 151 views, got a good 8 likes, and like 1 dislike. So clearly that person that disliked it must have watched all the way through and just disagree with everything I had to say. And it was the whole Sonic Frontiers marriage status meme, which was also part of the Sonic Frontiers review. And then Mario and the Minish Cap 64. Even before that was the video that was Thank, which was like giving my thanks, because I know that around that time my last video was the Demon Turf's little Neon Splash game, and during that time I was playing a lot of God of War Ragnarok, so I wanted to at least thank a lot of people. Thank you to who all listen, and up until this point, I know a lot of people, when it comes down to YouTube, they be like, oh, don't put your personal stuff out there, nobody gives a fuck about it, which is true. Like, I'm not even gonna be mad about that. It's definitely true. Not that I'm saying I have that same type of mentality of, oh, I don't give a fuck about a person. Like, no, I genuinely do. I mean, hell, look up like a YouTuber called Kobanamari, I think 456. Like, holy shit, that's a YouTuber that, man, Jesus. But I'm definitely glad I'm not in that kind of position. Kind of hope for the best of him. Yeah, that's a tight spot, especially when it comes down to YouTubers getting into their personal lives. I'm also kind of glad that Pyrocynical did make a video about it, which, you know, got it enough traction and stuff, and hopefully Kobanamari ends up getting the help he needs and just gets his own sort of freedom, because golly, he's shackled by a lot. Yeah, I guess I could feel them shackles as well when it comes down to my creativity and route and lack of imagination. The number one thing we all lose as an adult, as we grow to be an adult, our imagination. Once we lose that, we kind of get screwed over a lot. But yeah, after this video's up, I'm just streaming Tears of the Kingdom. Just going to flat new game. Probably not do upgrades. Just do it in a way where it's like I feel as though it'll be good. Play as long as I can, and then jot down every little facet of notes that I can, while also having a notepad up somewhere. It'll be a good silky smooth 60 FPS, all that good stuff, and it's gonna be a fun time. It's gonna be a fun time. Thanks for listening, if anybody's still here. And like I always say, and hopefully I can always keep saying, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Where you may reside, hopefully you are doing good. Your friends, loved ones, families, all that stuff alike. Thank you for watching the video. Like, comment, share, subscribe if you want. Until next time, be easy, my friends. Peace out.